if you have to assess India's own response to COVID-19 so far, what would you say? People are happy about the fact that perhaps we enforced a lockdown early. There's been a conscious focus on flattening the curve and social distancing. What would your own assessment be about our response?
Well, before I answer that question, let me raise a very important issue that is very pleasantly surprising. The deaths due to corona in India is about 0.25% or 0.5% of the deaths due to corona in the developed nations when you compare our populations.
Right.
The fact that UK has 66 million people, India has 1.37 billion people, the fact that they have probably around 14,000 deaths and we have had only 1,000 deaths. Now, remember that the normal mortality rate in India is about 0.7%. In other words, due to old age, due to all kinds of diseases, we lose about 90 plus lakhs of people every year, which means 7.5 lakhs every month. And in the context of that, losing 1,000 people in a matter of 2 months, while it is absolutely sad, there is no doubt, is something that should speak for what the government has done, etc. Now, the unusual part of it is, for some reason, we have not been able to do research and find out what is the reason for this. Is it because of our weather? Is it because of our genes? Is it because we all took BCG vaccinations? Whatever it is. I have not seen any analysis of this anywhere in India. Now, having said that, let me come to the positives and negatives. First of all, as you pointed out, the fact that India recognized this danger or potential danger pretty early and took serious steps to decelerate the spread of the virus itself is a big positive. The fact that our Prime Minister has taken personal interest and personal charge of this project is another big positive. The fact that all political parties, irrespective of their ideologies, have fully cooperated and have not politicized this issue and have worked well with the governments, both at the center and the state government, is another positive. The fact that food supply and some cash supply have been made available for a significant part of the daily wage workers, both in rural India and in urban India, is another big positive. Now, let me come to what could be termed negative. First of all, we have not been able to ramp up our testing ability, our testing facility to the required levels. As you know, even if we are able to test 1 lakh people a day, we would take 37 years to cover the entire population. By then, our population would have probably increased by some 700 million or something like that. So it is a moving target. It's a target which we will probably never achieve. That's one negative. Second, we have not been able to get any Indian Institute of Higher Learning in science or engineering come out with a working design of finger pricking testing for the virus, at least for antibodies. Now, this is a negative, a huge negative, considering that we have so many IITs, IISc, and all of that. The second thing is, no Indian company, to the best of my knowledge, has produced any finger prick testing for at least antibodies. This is another negative. The third negative is, unlike in developed countries, we have not provided any grants or interim financing to our startup companies or mid-sized companies and to workers in these companies like several developed nations have done. I would say this is another negative. So overall, we have done many things well. There are a few things where we could improve.
Right.